Well, today, we fighting. Today's topic, fighting in relationships. Now, might sound easy.
Gosh.
It's not an easy thing, you know.
It's not an easy road. And when you come up with your Mr. Tanya, take up that gallon.
Fighting in
It's not
relationships.
that easy road. Me, no.
Some people fight nasty, where they bring up and dig up and take a shovel and go in the backyard and dig up all kind of thing and throw it in your face. Some fight.
How far you think one should go back in an argument? With your significant other? It should have rules.
It should have
How
rules.
far should one? I
See,
think
That's what we're talking
you're going
today.
in. Where you're going in with you're going in to win the argument.
Well,
no,
you
I think
see,
there should be rules. There's rules of engagement. I think no one should go over 12
usually
months.
in a fight, somebody's on the defensive. Right?
That's what a fight is.
Right.
But it could switch
Right.
according to the conversation.
And then the other person is throating and then get them defensive.
Yeah.
Everybody defensive.
That's what it is. It's jab for jab.
Jab for jab.
It's jab for jab. And you might start off at the receiving end because you did something wrong. And while doing that, you just see a window opportunity where you could slip in something slight like, oh, so you get on so with me. So what about when you do blah, 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 blah. And then the whole thing, see that little moment?
See that, eh, boy?
That little breather there is when you know that's the window.
Yeah.
That's the window.
And then sometimes some people let the fight finish there and then. I remember in my wedding, that was one of the advice I got, don't go to bed vex, right? But in new readings now, they say, that sometimes maybe it is good to go to bed upset so you get a clear head in the morning and then you could discuss it. I don't know how true it is.
We're leaving and then coming back.
Well, all right.
Until the next
Well,
day.
all that is part of it, the part of the fighting. Some people leave, but they say, you know what? No
Better I
more.
leave.
Better I leave before I mash up everything in you.
I think that's a good approach.
Right? And then they come back. Now, where they leave and go to is a whole different show.
That's the next job. Because you should not
If you were
dictate.
like, so how she named
No,
to
but
cool yourself.
I find you shouldn't dictate to me where to go when I
Oh!
Where to go when you leave?
Right.
Nah, you can't.
leave. That should not be, and that shouldn't come back up either in conversation. I left because the argument was heated. I respected you and our situation enough to leave.
Right.
Do not question where I go to when I leave.
Right.
If I coming back.
And then,
You
If I coming back.
No,
That's
See that the front wall game, man.
back.
You hear that?
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah,
Hear that?
we don't appreciate
come
about it. You don't use your personal issues in the show, okay?
Yeah,
Not too
um,
much.
personal?
All right. If you
Just
say
for a
it,
disclaimer, guys, please remember that everything discussed on the
Everything.
Breakfast Party Mars versus Venus does not extend to
course it
either
does
of
not.
us
It
personal
does
lives.
not.
It's all part of
unless
the
we
show.
say that this is part of my
Correct.
personal.
Unless you hear me say, well, what had happened to
happened
me
was.
was.
Exactly. Correct.
But
is
do
right.
not try and think, because a lot of people do that. I see a man commenting on that YouTube video already. So Jaiga did, I said, brother, man, that have nothing to do with me.
It's a show. It's a show.
It's part of the show. Don't think for a second that we experience these
Correct
things.
is
We
right.
all in this room live fabulous lives all the time. Every day. Every day.
Anything.
You understand?
What about you when other exo we fight today or next week he lip still dragging on the ground?
You had a right to leave.
Yeah,
Nah, man.
I
Nah, you had a
can't
right to
take
leave.
that.
Yeah, that do it. That do it.
Yeah.
Do a long leap a whole month. A
Whole
week.
week
Whole-
and month and thing.
Yeah, that man is
Nah,
real tote and woman too toting the vex.
I find when you quarrel today, like Friday, whole day is war. Or Saturday, 10 o'clock in the morning, I must function like nothing never happened.
Yeah.
Let's fall back in you. What you want to eat?
What we eating today? Yeah.
What you want again? You want pepper in your thing?
The tone still there when you're talking.
Error?
Tone still there.
You want pepper in your thing? That's all. And let's keep it pushing. I find that's all life's supposed to be.
Kamisha said go as far back as before Christ. BC.
Nah.
In it to win it.
That's real petty. No.
She just kidding, but I like that. Go back to BC.
No. That's the problem right there. People just go too far back.
Too
You
far
can't
back.
go so far. It happened. Keep it
It's
pushing.
very important to pick your
You have to pick your
pick your
battles.
fights and your battles too. You know
I-
what I mean?
You know that we
I think
mentioned
men
that
tend to
earlier.
let go easier. Men tend to let go.
course.
Yeah, men tend to
Because
let
only
go
had no
easier.
memory.
No, it's not until the memory.
We have hard drive, soft drive.
Nah. Sometimes
File
you
in
just gotta,
cabinet.
File in
they just
cabinet.
gotta let things go.
Do you want this file alphabetically or from the date?
Nah, you gotta allow certain
Matthew
things.
say war is war.
Wow. Nah, guys.
Anything is everything.
Nah, you can't think so, man. I see problem.
It's hard to stay on track with the one argument. There's something must seep in somewhere.
It must come in.
Because it'd be an opportunity. Yes, from Stone Age tablet days.
Wow. She when it's get real bitter and sing too, and they started bringing family members.
Yeah, boy.
But
But
they
that's
started
it.
talk about your mother and
Hush,
thing and
boy, daddy,
so
boy.
yeah, you see
Oh,
that
yeah,
one day?
not that
No,
kind,
not that kind of mother. Not that kind of mother.
Because plenty of mothers come.
Hush, boy.
When they started telling thing about me, know why you ain't go back by your mother and all them kind of things.
Yeah,
Them kind of talk, so.
yeah, boy.
Oh, so we having an argument, and in that break you bring up something from 19 how long? Well, in my Beetlejuice voice, it's showtime.
Way.
Wow. Come
Women
on,
keeping everything on fire, so it's tit for tat. We just have good memories, that's all.
Oh, 9 out, let me say 10 out of 10 times, right? How much times you use a let go? A battle, argument, and stuff.
Many
How much
times.
How much
Many
time? 9,
Many
10
times.
out of 10. How much time?
About 9 out of the time.
9?
Yeah.
9? That's
I
so much,
hardly will
boy.
ever stand up to rab over something to get a point because I realize, because listen, I from the world of...
As I get
So you
older,
don't ignore.
as I get
I from the
older,
world of
So you just
what is the
ignore.
sense.
But it are things that you can't ignore. Eh?
No, it had things in mind,
no,
but
no.
here,
It
alright,
had
you see,
things
for
that
me,
are
you know what's
going
my
with.
problem in life? I'm too black and white. Because here I look at things, right?
oh, you could have stopped at black, you know.
Play no games, play no games. Should have stopped that black. You should have stopped that black. You should have stopped that black.
You see why-
I see why you just ignore them.
You see why we will never progress?
I see why.
You see why we will
I
can't
see why
progress?
you just stop.
You see why we can't progress?
I'm out on the couch and sit down to my brother. I good.
You see why we can't progress? Because of that.
My mouth too hot, boy.
As I was
mouth.
saying-
You see, like if I was in Sudan or something, I would have dead already.
You see why
They
she
would
was
have
having
have a
a military
picture of
man?
me with my neck cocked up the stones. Because my mouth, the Lord say when he was born in me, he said, no, let me put you in Iraq now, she go dead. Let me put you in Afghanistan, she go dead.
Ah, Jerry is the right man for she.
No, as I was saying.
My mouth too hot, boy.
As I was saying. Me being black and white.
White.
Right? You then sit down sometimes and you're in an argument or you're in a discussion that's heated and you're listening to the other person say what they want to say, express what they want to express, and all the feelings and all the emotions and everything. And my bottom line was, it's okay, after all this stuff, then, how it benefited?
How it was?
How it benefited? At the end of the day, you had to get paid, I get paid, thing had to get paid. In all of this 2-hour long deliberation and talk and heaviness and feeling and cussing and crying, how it going to benefit us to pay something?
What? Well,
Is it wrong to enjoy arguing sometimes?
we
Is it
women
wrong?
need that.
That's
Is
a
it wrong?
sickness.
I think we women need that. every
You
so
do
often.
enjoy an argument, that's a
No,
sickness.
No,
Long
women
time,
I
like-
think need that every
Long
so
time I
often.
used to really enjoy it. I used to hear what she go say, so I'm coming back with something.
That's real childish though.
Right. It's a girl.
You
So-
looking for rap to answer back?
Rodi, you asked this. And this is, I think, it's important longevity in a relationship because it's worked for me, and I think it's very too. You had to pick your battles. When I was younger, anyway, you have to prove your point. Yeah, you had to tell you had to understand what I'm trying to say. No, I just all right, partner, and walk away. At half times you just have to, and I'm sure Jerry does it too. You know what? It's just not all right. I go move it. I
Well,
go
I
do
what
it.
you play another. Okay, you go you play. Yes. Jerry and Curly will play now in this last go back of time here in we're looking 10.
Jerry's Mr. Cool, you know. When I just be pushing you to fight, because you know my hormones are free. I want to fight. I want to fight. We women just go through that. Well, we have to admit it. I think it's hormones with me, right? Some days I just get up and put on that mask, and I'm like, if you need, I want to fight. Right? But Jerry will just watch me. He's Mr. Cool. But when
What? It's not making
But when
sense.
something kind of build up in it, yeah, you must
Fight
fight.
with you for what?
Right,
So
you
you-
must have a good. It's healthy, I think, for relationship. The worst is too. No, it's not.
No, it is not. I don't see why you have so much man figures in your room.
And the man join a man and a piece of paper right now too.
The worst is two Aquarius who's strong headstrong, and always want to win a fight. No, we both vex. And that's why you got to go through the phone to have rocket missiles to. Oh, that's why you have to go through her phone to have rocket missiles to launch. He looking for ammunition.
Guys, like
Come on,
chopping
that-
this. You looking for that? Come on.
Ladies, you all agree with us. They say women pick fights to spice up the relationships, enjoyment for them. No, I don't think it's enjoyment. I just think it's build up and then you just need a good let loose every. It's like passing gas. You can't hold it in. You have every sort of.
but
Oh, my
sometimes-
gas, you gonna have so.
And not only that, the respectable thing is to go in the next room.
Bloated, boy.
The respectable thing is you want to pass gas in a room and pass gas. Why you want to pass gas to me?
Woo. Morning, guys. I'm in a fresh relationship, a little over a year, and I mentioned to him how I thought he was a little too friendly, and his response was, "That's your business." I didn't say a word after. Not too long after, he got a dose of his own medicine. It's been 2 days since we've spoken. Can I get some advice from you all? Thanks, advance.
Wrong people to ask advice, my
yeah,
dear.
yeah.
Like the
Wrong people.
Well, obviously, he little
flirty?
friendly.
Yeah, like he little friendly. So he asked her your business, if I friendly.
Nah,
So
man.
And she
Come
gave
on.
him back a dose of his medicine, and now he ain't talking to her. Miss Lady, that little boy behavior. I
like-
just say, he has some little boy in him, eh?
I mean,
You have to have patience to work with a little boy,
that's
eh?
your business. I'm trying to figure out.
Alright,
the
my
response.
advice to honey, here we have to do.
That for me is a total disrespect. I telling you something
man.
uncomfortable. You telling me that, oh, that is your business? No.
That ain't your damn business, that your business.
No. Feel it.
Nah.
That fight.
It's a some men who's flirt unconsciously. Like I used to flirt. I
Wait,
never know
wait.
I was flirting.
Were you unconscious lying on the couch?
No,
That what you
I
mean?
was conscious. I'm a flirting, but
But you know,
At the
say it
same-
was unconscious.
I said there are men.
Right.
They will say
Just explain it to
there
me,
are
please,
men
Rudy.
who are unconscious of their flirting.
But that wasn't you. You were conscious
Correct.
of yours.
I was conscious of my flirting.
All
And
right.
you used to
Right?
do- yet still used to do it.
No, well, when if I have a woman, I go pull back.
Right.
Like no, I don't carry on conversations for too long with women, boy, because it has reached a point where
No, we know that's not the reason, but keep it
Yeah,
going.
yeah, keep it going.
We know that's not the reason why you do that, but
Wow.
keep it
Yeah,
going.
you
What,
go
We
get-
know,
what is-
we
what
all-
what does that mean?
You go get Lex if you're
Yeah.
But
You know,
Meet my pillow outside on the couch.
yeah, you know, your thing set up different.
Your
Your
thing
thing set
set
up
up
different.
Yeah, but it's a man who's flirt unconsciously. And when you
Oh,
finally
wait.
have a woman,
how you mean
Look, Nikki, raise the
unconsciously?
hand.
What does that mean?
it's just a conversation.
I
you're
am a
having.
flirt. I know I'm a flirt. I like to, and I flirt with women too, and it's not because I'm a bisexual. I just
Right.
love to give. If a woman looking good, I would tell her she looking good, right? And in a nice way. So I guess you could call it flirting. But I would say, but I know I'm a flirt, but I'm doing it consciously and not
No, it's a
unconscious.
men who a regular conversation would not seem like it like flirting to them until your spouse points it out to you.
No, it have men who talk to you like this, hey baby, and oh, you know, this kind of stupid flirting way,
Nah.
and you'd be like, any woman
Nah, that's
right there.
something, baby. That ain't something flirty. If a man comes and says, hey, baby, that is baby.
that?
I sorry,
Who
I
is
don't
that?
know who man this talks to, Nikki.
Who is that?
I don't know who man you just seen you going. But if a man, if I
That
see
man
a
is like, just have man is talk stupid.
What if I
shit
see
like,
a bitch, you know,
"Hey,
man
baby,
walk up
how
to
you-
again, hey,
how-
baby.
How you doing today?
I
It's
leave
like
any in the I'm not lying in it
that-
here.
That man is talk so.
Nah.
So how you doing today?
Nah,
what can I do for you today? What?
No man in doing that, Nikki.
Yes.
You know, like my Frankie says, I'm on this line now. No wonder I don't go there.
On a serious note, guys, I do like argument and that kind of confrontation thing. So from the time I realized the conversation headed that way, I'd be like, you know what, time out. Let me come back to this because things in the heat of a moment
Time out, yeah.
can affect the other person really deeply and can't be taken back. So I just separate myself. But if you really push the buttons, I have thing on pen drive, hard drive, external hard drive, cloud drive, and let me go.
In arguments, we say the most hurtful things that we can't take back. There are
Like you.
many times things have reached the tip of my tongue because you want to hurt the other person in an argument.
I just call those things
hit for
planting the
6.
seed. And when that seed is planted,
Yeah,
you see
boy.
a lot of people just forget. When you plant a seed, like
Yeah, boy.
yesterday, Corpus Christi, real man planting.
Yeah.
Not all will catch. But then it comes a time when one of them seed will catch, start to
Yes.
grow roots.
Yep.
Then it peeps out through the soil. Then it grows and it gets solid. And that is what happens. Women tend to plant seed in men and forget. Not you all have the best memory, but sometimes you forget the seed you plant, and then when it grew and the roots and them gets embedded in the man, you're wondering now what happened. There are a lot of seeds that women plant in men, and it
Yes.
affects them.
It
I'm
affects
telling
them.
you.
It affects them. I mean,
And it stays with them for a very long time.
And both men and women
True.
say the
Men do the same
nastiest
thing.
thing sometimes in an argument because you're so angry. But it's maybe something that's been in your mind for all right, say a man is working right? And for whatever reason, he looking for a job, etc., etc. And she has to start to manage, and she has to take care of the bills and taking care of everything. We go for pizza, snow cone, she, and then our day they just bust out.
And then at the end
And she would throw in his face, you just hear home, and she mightn't mean it in the sense of obviously she Petrochin just let him go. He looking for a job, but in that heat of the moment,
I will blame the man.
She will
still
say something like that.
I will blame him.
Be home.
And he will hold that until
no matter
thy kingdom come.
in a case like that, if a man in a position like that, you as a man, Nikki, supposed to know when you go for the snow cone and she buying the snow cone, share one, bro. It at times pull back, don't eat none. I that kind of dude. If I realize a situation is sticky, I prefer to have nothing. I see kind of
listen. Want to sponsor snow cone?
You see,
and you want milk
you see, that's the problem. Don't eat none because they will come back to hunt you, brother. I know about them things.
When you say no, get suck and suck.
Yeah, right. You every time you go, you only want to eat snow cone. So why you also to get milk and all that stuff? I don't want them.
Wanted to go for
snow cone. Reproaching, brother. I hate reproach. So the best thing to do, I don't want to snow cone.
So the point of that is to
I don't want to snow cone.
Even though you're angry and you want to say the most hurtful things, you must be conscious to know when you had a pullback in the things you say.
While the snow cone making, maybe I can get a coconut.
Morning, Ojo team. My husband and I my husband and I are an interracial couple. I'm Indian from Trinidad and he's black from Guyana. We live in New York. Being a hot-blooded Trini I am, when I'm trying to prove a point and win an argument, all he says is, baby, I love you. I ain't fighting. Relax. Yeah, that man. That Jerry is what she's like, well, you beating up so far. And I go, I feel to fight. That drives me crazy. I love him to death. Blessed day. Thanks for sharing.
Morning, guys. So, I don't really fight and argue like that. If something happen, I like to deal with it and address it one time. My issue is if I ask you if something wrong and you say no, nothing, and then you want to bring up something, and the next thing that will piss me off is I don't care if we have a little disagreement, so we ain't jamming, we could vex after.
Wow.
That
lock
is
up
where we
everything,
go fight.
lock up and Lily. Yeah, boy. Love to do that. We think lock up.
What you're looking for is subconsciously, my brother. You're doing it, but you ain't even thinking about it.
You're subconscious. Yeah, you're talking about the flirting.
Yeah, no, seriously, really, that very possible, but you're so accustomed moving a certain way that
he's a flirter.
You end up moving the same way now, and people take it as flirting, and you just being friendly. So that's real talk.
Jerry he's a friend. Like yesterday, complimenting this beautiful girl. So I said, oh my God, look at your skin, how beautiful. And he's like, yeah, and he's space in her teeth. I'm like, okay. We good.
He's real observing.
Yeah, okay, we good.
But nowadays as a man, you know what you're saying, you know?
Yeah, because...
You know what you're saying. Look, this guy gets suspended on all platforms on ESPN for making a comment a female host. All she said was, let me switch gears with you for a little bit. And he responded by saying, you could switch gears with me anytime.
Wow.
Suspend him, you know.
Suspend him.
People say, where's that?
Morning breakfast party. You see that little boy thing? Woman love to draw for that little boy thing. Them gain on more dotish than anybody, but they love to draw for that.
Real boy, Danny boy.
Little boy.
Little boy.
I'm going up the highway there. My ex started fling out all my CD out the car, you know. All in it. Boy, outside with them, yes.
But Danny, ask yourself, what did you do for that woman to
Nikki, slow down on that. Slow down on that.
Danny, you need to get a flash right now.
Nah, that's long time. No. He not see these now. He changed the deck.
Morning breakfast party. I guaranteed a proper fight with my wife every 3 months. That is how well I know she. Every 3 months is a flare up. Guaranteed.
I say guaranteed it. No, but Nikki.
And you notice he's very comfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
When you know, you know.
You know, you know.
When you know, you know. When
It
you know,
come
you know.
in, he
Can't
tell
fight
you
it.
sit back, you rock
Rock
back and he
when
wait
it come,
fit.
delete it, keep it pushing. You know. That's just life. That's just how it is. You understand, man? Nikki, not all the time. Yeah, you draw for what did he do. And that is the mentality.
So what? A woman will just be going down the highway and just start to pitch out CD.
No, hold on. What also happens with women is women ask questions. Not really wanting, but no, hold on. Before I even say that, women ask questions knowing the answer. All the time.
All
When
the
they
time,
ask
yeah,
you
all the
something,
time.
they already know.
Raw? You see when raw all the
It's
time.
like
When they
you're always
ask
on
a
that test.
question, they already know the answer.
So give me an example now, man.
Hold on. When they ask a question, you'll know the answer. But what happens is your response might not be the response they want.
Can you use
That
this
is
as an
why-
example?
So
Hold on, I will
so
get
you
there.
going out? You see me? You see me? Because we're cocky tomorrow. So, yes, I'm going out here.
So
You
you are
understand?
saying women ask a lot of rhetorical
yeah,
questions.
Yeah, very rhetorical.
Well, no,
All right, yes,
that's what
I'm glad you used that one, Rudy. You going out? Yeah, going out. But the response they would have wanted
Where you
is
going
he
out
going
with?
out? Well, I'm going by Harry with John and James. We are going by Michael to play cards for 2 hours. In the 2 hours, I will have 4 drinks. Then I'll be back at 7.
We are not that
Hold
bad.
on.
Jaiga.
But when
Women,
you get...
we are not that bad. You know why? Because all you have lied.
Hold on.
For
Oh my
so
God.
many
oh my
years.
God, oh my God.
You
How
don't
do you
have
still
to look
lie?
at voice
I
coming
do have
from-
to you. What's the woman who sit down in the front of the bus again? Rosa Parks
Yeah,
school
Rosa.
is now. All right? Okay, Rosa. As I was saying, right?
We've lied. Because you have lied and
All
lied
right,
and
Rosa.
lied.
All right.
Now I need to know where you're going, what time you're coming back, and who you're going with.
You know-
When the response she was looking for was all of that. So then when you say, but you ain't see me going out, that is where the flinging of the CDs come in. You started fling things because you don't like the answer.
Automatically.
That do not say he did anything here. He must have do something to get there. No. He maybe didn't answer how she wanted. And in that moment, they was driving on the road.
You know why? There's history
hold
there.
on. Catty
Because
called
the
you
last
yesterday.
time he told her he was going about 3 years
Well,
ago,
let me
she had
think.
to hear by Catty.
Them driving. Catty called you yesterday. What you want to know that for? What you want to know that for? Bling things
Nah,
on the
it's
fling.
very-
You
Easy,
see, but
easy.
that answer alone, you're looking for fling
but
CD.
how? At the end of the day,
What
is
I
the-
want to know that for?
And let us be real. Hold on now. Hold on now.
What I want to know that. Does Google ever ask you that? When you say what is a CD drive? Does Google say what do you want to know that
Hold
for?
on.
Does Google say that?
I am not Google.
Exactly.
I am not Google. My
boy?
thing is, you
What?
asked, you called Cathy yesterday. My response, why you want to know that? Basic. Hold on, let me
That
ask
is not
you.
a basic
Hold on, let me
answer.
finish
Answer the
now.
question. Why we
Let-
had to go through all of that? Ask that question.
Because
answer.
I am trying to get to the root of the
What?
situation.
Are you a tree? Are you a tree?
You want to get to the
get
root,
to the
Nico?
root?
See?
Answer the question.
I want to get to the root.
Cathy call you or not?
I need to get
You
to the
talk to
root.
Cathy? Did you talk to Cathy?
What me
Did
talking
you-
to Cathy have to do with you?
Did you talk to Cathy?
What me talking to Cathy
We
have
will
to do
get
with
there,
you?
but first we have to establish if you talk to
no.
Cathy.
First and foremost, what even spawned you to ask a question in the first place?
You're rushing the story.
No, I ain't
Did
rushing
you
nothing.
talk to Cathy yesterday?
I black and white. It's either what bring this up? What you want to be invading my
Did
decent
you
quiet evening
talk
talking about
to
Cathy for?
Cathy yesterday?
I will tell you about
It's a
Cathy
yes
when-
or no answer. Yes, I
can't remember if I talked to Cathy. I talked to real people
You see this
yesterday.
gray area in relationships?
I talked to real people yesterday. I can't remember if Cathy
All
was
of
one
a
of them.
sudden, you can't remember.
Maybe I did.
Oh,
You know
maybe.
you know
Maybe
my
I did.
response there?
Maybe I did. So what's the
Problem
problem
my
now?
response there? When I call Cathy actually.
Oh!
Cathy.
Oh, you want me to call Cathy?
You want to them Cathy
Wait.
call Cathy now?
Did you want me to call
Look Cathy
Cathy?
now, look Cathy now, mama.
Pass your phone.
Call Cathy.
Pass your
Call
phone.
Cathy.
Pass your phone.
So listen to me now, Nikki. All right, so maybe I talk to Cathy. Now what?
No, you see where all the argument
So you
come
talk to
from?
Cathy then.
So you get defensive the minute I ask you about Cathy. You see why I getting defensive now?
See, you can't
I
put
must
yourself
get
in a
defensive with a
position to
simple
lie.
yes or no answer.
can't
No,
put yourself in a
no. All
position
of
to
a
lie.
sudden, my brain going, but like he really talked to Cathy.
Nobody
but
think
when
about
he
it.
was missing,
Taking
he
on
was
me, boy.
like, yeah,
No,
boy,
but hold
you
on.
took too
Hold
long,
on.
boy.
I'm telling you how man is operating,
Looking
right?
for rap.
Say how man operating. Man started telling
You're
himself,
looking for it.
and he back in the man mind.
You
She
see?
talked to Michael, John, and I never asked you about them. What you asking me about Cathy for?
Why you have to go all the back of your mind? Me had time for all of that. Is yes or no? Did you speak to Cathy?
But what you want to know that for?
You see, really, men from Mars and women from Venus, you know.
I using enjoy.
All right, and hold on. Inside of the argument now, we reached there. So we halfway. Remember, you asked me by the lighthouse. right, Nikki? Remember we going south. You have
Yeah,
somebody lighthouse, but should go on us, me and see they start to fling out thing.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So when I pass in the train hospital by Coover,
Wing!
I do so. Yes, I talk to Cathy. Yes.
Push me out!
Promote.
You take too long to answer. I ask you about Cathy's in the lighthouse. You wait until Coover to tell me yes?
Yes, I talk to
Push
Cathy.
me out.
And
As a matter of fact, get out because I paying the thing for this car. Get out the car.
so,
You
all
didn't
right.
even know why I talk to Cathy.
Thank you. So now,
Just the fact that you take from the lighthouse, and according to GPS, that is 14 minutes driving at 100 miles per hour.
Because Cathy does make cake and your birthday is
no,
next
no, no,
month.
nah. You started to go too far.
yeah,
there,
yeah,
really.
yeah. Birthday's next month. I couldn't tell you I talked to Cathy.
Rudy.
Yeah,
Yes,
you want to know
You
why I
take too
talk
long to come up with that
No,
from the
no, no,
lighthouse
no.
to Coover.
Yeah, you know why
That's
men-
what you come up with?
You know why men is
Cathy that
afraid?
bake cake?
Hold on now. You know why men is going so Nikki? For that same reason. I already know. The man already know. But if I answer she about this Cathy thing, she gonna flare up and act me fool because you have problems with everybody. Cathy, Janice.
But in fairness,
Erica.
Nikki, the back of Jaiga might not that far.
Wow.
Play no games, play no games.
Play no game.
I like it black.
Who's that?
Not fine.
Never.
Block today. You getting blocked today? Today you getting blocked.
Morning Friday. How you doing?
Oh, Friday. Oh, Friday.
What was the intro?
Friday we unblock you, give me a call, make sure you're dead.
Is that what I hear? Almost a year now.
That's a carnival. Remember the lift?
No, but before Carnival was lifted after Carnival.
Right.
Think I see Friday, Tuesday, no?
All right, so if you just joined us, it's Mars versus Venus. Today we're talking fighting, you know. We all agree fighting in relationships are healthy, but sometimes you have to know your limit to not hurt your partner where say things that will hurt them and they will never forget. It's easy to say the things there, but really hard to take it back or to forget about it. Let's get some responses out.
Morning, Ojo. So what about the woman and them between the argument? Them is the first one to slap you or to pick up something and pelt, you know. What we supposed to do as men?
Take your lash, dog.
Yeah. Well, that's become an increasingly
take your lash.
Yeah,
increasing
take your lash,
problem because I
your
think
lash
that's how
and leave,
women
you mean?
Yeah, take your lash
women
and-
fight.
lash and leave.
Take a lash
Take your
and leave. And you know, it still is, I think, a funny thing.
Yeah.
When a man gonna say, "Well, my wife is real beat me, boy," they will laugh at you. I think a man up to now can't walk in a police station. You think, and the men, the policemen laughing, trying to hold back their laugh because it's always been funny for a man to get licks for a woman, but it's not.
You never get a woman I go shake.
Yeah, but
No, bro.
that's
I'm scared for you, I'm telling you. I concerned, eh? I really
Oh, you never do
concerned.
that? Lash you all in your face. Tell you all kind of thing.
Yeah.
Beat you behind your
you see
head.
that
pelting at you.
that shake
And
thing.
they just get...
So again, all couples argue. Again, it's the way that you argue will determine if the relationship will go the distance. Because some fights is really bad and just can't. So they say one of the good things is in a relationship is not to run from the fights.
Let's see who's here. Hello.
Mornings.
Nikki, Rudy, Jaiga, Raw.
Morning.
Red Chevy in your building.
Hey,
Red
Chevy!
Chevy!
Oh, brother!
Blessings to
Daddy?
you, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah. How the family going?
Yeah, we keeping our heads up and keeping it together.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
man.
You know what I say? I have a personal angel now, so fly high, my brother.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah. All right, fighting. You know about that, Chevy?
Well, listen, I am actually doing a paper right now on domestic violence against men.
Right?
You will be surprised how bad it is.
It's bad.
It is on proportion with women, and women can be extremely violent.
Yeah.
And statistics show where 9 out of 10 times they strike first. And they strike hard. And then you have where from the stalking to the trying to put you down. And because of men's ego and masculinity, it is difficult for them to report it.
Right.
And in most cases, they think that they can deal with it. but it goes on and spreads from the children. It just escalates, because you have it happening. Domestic violence against men is not just from women. You're talking about gay partners. You're talking about elder members ill-treating children, and they grow with it because they have no release. And eventually, when they release it, they do the same thing. So yeah, men getting slap up and beat up and chop up and shoot is nothing new. It's just that it's under the table. Nobody would. If you just go and Google it, you'll be shocked at the number of papers and tests and stuff that has been done. And
so, Chevy,
it's out there. So
the reason
I don't get it. Thank God, I don't get it. But people, if they could only control their emotions, Nikki, you never get to that, and that's the problem. Right? Uncontrollable emotions leads to violence because your emotions are your very strongest feeling.
So, Chevy, the evidence is showing that the main reason is men and the egos that wouldn't report.
Yes, because you see, as a man, you're not supposed to be going through that, so you tend to ignore it and try to deal with it yourself, and then you realize you can't. But by the time you realize that, based on the studies, it's sometimes too late. There are those that report it, but hundreds of thousands of cases go undocumented. All that information is right there.
All right.
Actually, it's a little podcast I wanted to do on it, which is why I started doing the paper and the research. And you all come. So long I jump on the station, I had to cut in this morning.
All right.
We appreciate it.
Take it easy.
Hugs.
Blessed love.
All the best.
Yes,
nice. And it's true, and especially in our society. Every culture is different. I'm sure
it's strong in ours.
Yeah, first world countries, a man walks into a station that will, they will take his report seriously, etc. We still live in a society where it's funny. It's jokes and many jokes about it.
We still live in a homophobic society. We carry on stupid for many different things.
All right, so they say for happy couples and long-term relationships rarely get into knockdown, drag-out fights because they don't lower themselves to little boy, little girl behavior about calling names. You see, the name calling in fights, it could be really detrimental to the relationship.
So don't say you began sour. You say that. That is an argument.
Yeah.
They make sour.
Began sour.
They say sarcasm when you only throw in sarcastic
remarks
and all that. Yeah.
No wonder you didn't finish school.
Yeah.
No wonder you didn't finish.
Yep. And couples get really passionate sometimes in a passionate fight, right? It's the kind where my brother say every 3 months he's go through it, but it could be a kind of that or a year, whatever. It takes long to do that kind of build up. So they say it's not good to let it reach to that point of the build up. If you have an issue, they say deal with it. Many times we leave it and we leave it and we leave it and it fester and you just walk in and then say good morning and that could just explode the volcano. So they say for long-term relationships, if you want to last and you want to go down that road, that you have to deal with your problems. Some people don't like to deal with problems with, you just don't like confrontation. So you just, I go shut my mouth. But it's not the best thing for relationships.
Nikki, let me break it down for you. Let me tell you what we are doing, right? We was going to Hilton for her birthday.
The man with the CD.
We stopped to get barbecue. And she tell me the girl who pack in the barbecue, pack my box different. And fling she box and she because the girl like me. That is what I do.
Wow. You see?
Good tea and them for barbecue.
For barbecue.
Yeah, boy, barbecue. Was it a good barbecue though?
Barbecue, boy.
Yeah.
Because women always have this thing that they use against you, their intuition, right? Which men respect the fact that you all have that sixth sense, Nikki. We respect the fact that you all will sense things. But sometimes I'm telling you without a shadow of a doubt, your intuition sometimes
I find
a little too
I find a woman should be
intuitive,
glad.
a little bit too much.
Should be glad and feel good. If you go in a space and another woman find your man attractive, you should be glad.
Can you explain that a little slower for me, please?
You know you have a good man.
Uh-huh.
She marking me, yeah. She marking me. She
she's
like me. She like how I looking.
It reached
You
her, she
understand?
marking you.
But
know.
you should be glad.
Before she was just packing the box,
You
now
know,
she
if I was
marking
big
you.
and sour, nobody watching me and
Right,
thing and you
right.
complaining
So
all the
I
time,
should
would
be
that
grateful
something?
that other women
At
are
the end of
watching
the day,
me.
I going home with you.
Yeah. I
You
guess
going
that's
and lie
how.
down next to me.
It's not that
Tell
simple.
him,
brother. In
You
our
vex
mind,
because she pack my box different. I more chicken for we. I more barbecue for we. You want some? Huh? Look, I get extra coleslaw. Take some.
You're sharing now.
in a man's
No,
I
you're
can't
sharing.
help my looks.
in a man's mind, Nikki, a lot of things are trivial, right?
Yeah, I think we women, we have trivial issues sometimes, little trippiness.
You know,
Little trippiness.
you know how word women
Look at Jaiga, watch
don't
it.
like at all. Baby, you're overthinking. See that? You ain't like that at all.
You know,
eh?
many times it's from hurt, and those things come from trust issues. Whether it be how she grew up, her daddy wasn't around, whether the man before you really hurt her. So some women do have trust issues.
And not only that, a women grow up to developing their own expectations of how their life should be.
Exactly.
And that is a big issue. They have
Again,
this
the whole
thing
Cinderella
planted in their
effect.
mind that their life should be
Be
this way.
You're gonna
Correct.
come in,
Should
save
be
me. We're
married
gonna
at this
marry.
age.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have great children, and plus a dog. And we are sold this from
Picket
the time
fence.
from about 2 years old. We girls are sold this story till we walk down the aisle, until many of us realize, oh, that story
Life
wasn't
is
so good,
different.
you know.
Life is different.
Morning, just imagine after the arguments, months go by and the man's still throwing things in your face. After years of abuse, and you make the decision to end 15 years of marriage, and you break the news to the man, and the next day he cleared the house, moved everything into his bedroom. Even went so far to remove the stove, grill, and knob and burners, so you can't cook for yourself and children.
Nah, man.
From the pot spoon to eating spoon gone. On top of that, he's a police.
Nah, man.
Put everything in the bedroom.
man.
How big the bedroom is? All them things.
He's a reserve. Nah, man.
Yeah, time on he had to move all them things, boy.
He's a SRB. Oh, yeah.
All
that time.
relationships need to have disagreements, and the only way to work things out when both are strong-minded. But please do not do this in front of your kids. They do not
Yeah,
deserve
that's our
that.
next thing too.
That's a whole different issue.
Fighting in front of the kids.
That's a whole different
Morning, Ojo. You see, the worst argument is when you're in a relationship with your high school crush. And let's say you guys get in an argument like 2 days ago, and she start to bring up things that happened in high school when you guys did this and you didn't take her for lunch
This
this
song a
day.
little personal doing.
Yeah, I'm real.
Baby, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Wow.
I think
Doing that song a little personal there, boy.
Yeah, he say it happened 2 days ago. You didn't hear that part? Oh, he say imagine like 2 days ago they started. Yeah, listen.
We should start making movies like Lifetime. It should be go
What
Lifetime.
about the arguments, right? That you know to yourself, you ain't doing nothing wrong.
Right.
You know? And the argument is brought up probably every other day. That you're either talking to somebody seeing you just go by somebody, and she just constantly commentate with that right through. And you're trying to avoid the argument. You ain't know what in God's name to do to convince this woman
It's not so.
that are not doing that, girl. And it's just unnecessary arguing.
Unnecessary
Or you
wasted
just
energy.
deal with that.
You know, I
Other
tell you.
than walking away
Hold
from the
on.
relationship.
That is perfect example of that is the Central Park 5. They got accused of something that they didn't do, and eventually admitted to something that they didn't do. Sometimes in life, bro, it takes 14 to 15 to 20 years before you get exonerated.
So wait,
So-
what is you saying?
I'm saying
What is
it
you
comes a
saying?
time in life,
No,
bro.
no, you just gotta say you did it when you didn't.
Just say whatever I did. I would be.
Just
if that what you
listen,
think?
just say yes.
Hold on. That what you feel? Okay.
I think that's not going to help it.
But wait, how much mothers a man does have?
That's our next one day. See that way the heights there? Nikki ain't catch the heights. You ain't catch the heights. Oh, that come like plug in the plug. You
All
need to
right,
learn
right,
the heights.
right,
you need
right,
to learn
right.
the heights, Nikki. How much mothers and man does have?
All they dealing with you so boy. One telling you stop at black, one telling you in the back of your mind. You so Jesus.
Yeah, the dealing with my brutal today. No scene.
You know it's Mars versus Venus.
No scene. You hear that one there, Nikki? Correct.
You say Friday
of,
hates we.
a lot of women
What it could be.
try to mother men. and don't even realize it.
Right.
A lot of women try to mother men and don't realize it.
Yep.
And as he just say, you have one mother, bro.
Yep.
You can't come into my life
I
and want to
agree.
talk or carry on with me as though you are a second mother.
Yeah.
You're not that.
You're not that.
And that is where confrontation starts and that's where ego is jumping because women feel because they have a certain position in your life, be it wife, significant other, mother of your child.
They're
Listen to me.
entitled. Yeah.
That entitlement.
Where you?
You see that where you entitlement?
How
They
you
don't
gonna avoid that?
I mean, how are you gonna avoid that?
Well, I
Daddy?
mean, just the way she may bring it across. That's what we're talking about.
But I think
Bro,
we
it's just
women have
asking
to
on
be
the whole.
conscious of that because
listen.
it's in us to be
I think
motherly.
it's the way she bring it across. You know, I was listening to TD Jakes the other day. He said something about men. Discipline for men is love. You know, a man feeling that he is somebody worried about him then. You
Yeah.
understand? Somebody care about him that much that they will be concerned about how they running or what they're doing.
Right.
So it's come across as a woman is a kind of disciplinarian in a way to bring structure to a man's life. And that's the only way a man does really feel loved, no boy. Is somebody being concerned about them.
Yeah, but
Come, let me
Instead of being
feel
free
love
and you
for
could do whatever you want.
No, it's not that.
Do whatever you want and just do wherever your time feel to come, you come. I don't care.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It again, you said it the first time. The matter in which it's done.
I say.
The matter in
But she
which
could
it's done.
ask you where are you?
Baby,
Where are you
where
going?
you?
So it
Where's
where
this?
you?
Where you? What
That's
about
not
the
good.
woman who was wait for Friday to start an argument because they know you're going out with the boys later?
No, it have this one too, as you say that. There's some people who, when they are ready to speak to you, they're ready to speak to you.
Other than that,
Right? Hold on. They don't care time nor place. You might respect their time. You might respect their boundaries with them. Like, for instance, you would not invade in their personal little time that they're having. But for some strange reason, they always want to have arguments or conversations with you when it's your personal time.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you will be going to do something all day it's half, you know, but you will wait until I wait and then you want to talk. But when you're doing your stuff, you are never interrupted.
Really?
What about that?
Yeah, good morning, breakfast party. So the best thing to do is to deny it.
What?
You ain't know nothing about that. And if you can't deny it,
What
or
do
you
you
can't change the topic, but I just stay quiet until you reach home and go and sleep and forget about that because woman can't take the truth and that go be problems. They go raise the devil there. But I just stay quiet.
Hello.
hello morning.
The devil.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah.
Jaiga, Nikki, Rudy, and
Morning.
Rob. Think about this one. You and the wifey get away. Right? Now you're living by the in-laws. Next thing it'll be causes daddy, aunts,
Nah, boy.
wifey sisters, the dog on our bite, everybody forces you alone. How you dealing with that?
I am a brother, yeah. Facts.
Facts.
That hard. Yeah.
You need to get her a agency home somewhere. That's what you need to
Yeah,
do.
by the in-laws, it's mother, father, sister, the dog and all over.
No, you need to move, my brother.
Because everybody against you. I tell you.
Women on a set timer for this type of conflict, like the period every month. I like to pee. Armed and ready for this time of month. Because if I stay out late and come home tired, there's no way I will get sleep when she's well rested and up and ready to argue.
Yeah.
Morning, Buskit.
Yeah, that
We get
happens.
ready to wrap up, guys.
Morning, breakfast. Like you asked, what is the reason? You call Kellyanne? Yes, wham.
Oh, that's how you would do it. Whap.
Yeah. No, it have that approach too. It have that approach too.
Yeah. Nikki, no, I don't like the whole fighting thing, but 2 rules should apply for fighting, and you should have rules in your fighting. No tears. Women like to cuss your thing and start to cry when you're ready to answer them. And no hitting. I am that. When you raise your voice at me, or you know me, I understand. I don't understand why we have to do this. I was a crier. 2, you can't come with your look small conversation. Come on, man. All of a sudden, me think small.
Yeah. You know, always love to do that. Always love to do that.
But you know, from a long time, right? I think men must train themselves. I guess I had some of these soldiers that I come upon. That was real rebels now. So I understand it different.
You know, we tolerate it, but you can't have
It have no way.
a small pineapple and you want to give me attitude.
Yeah,
Lower your voice.
yeah, it have
Lower your voice to your small pineapple.
It have no way that's supposed to make a man feel
That's why I
low.
just argue naked.
Lower your voice.
Listen, it have no way.
Everything for you is a joke, Rudy. Everything for you is a joke. We trying to talk serious, you naked.
No, but I'm telling you, Nikki, if a man, a real man, had to know that cannot affect you no how, Dread. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, my answer to that
no, but honestly, it's affect all, yeah?
Nah, not me.
Not really?
Not me. Because every woman
but
says
what if you know you have one?
It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, were you quarreling for my small little for in the first place? You shouldn't suddenly leave then. If you have a big issue,
I'm working with you.
You ain't working with nothing.
Little pineapple. I tell myself I love the man and he little pineapple. Nah. And now we vex and you want to talk to me like if you have a whole pineapple feel? Like, boy, gone from here.
That cannot work. That's a chipped argument.
Lower your voice to your pineapple size. Lower it.
That chipped
Lower your voice.
That chipped argument. That cannot work. Maybe that can
if
work
you have
on
a pineapple feel, I'm going to let you talk loud and I'm going to let you shout at me.
But you'll find out next
But
week.
you can have a small... green pineapple. I want to raise your voice.
Because women, in a case like that, women who have big pineapple feel, they say, and your pineapple and them don't even say be good. They will always find a reason to talk down to you. So
again, it's about hurting your I'm going to say your pineapple. It's about hurting your partner. That is the point of arguments. As hurt them as much as possible. Ariane and good morning. We love Trinidad and Tobago and love you all, Ojo. We don't fight anymore. We talk about issues immediately and do not let it brew. And that's a marriage there for a good while.
Boy, I just get that, but if I go for ice cream on a Sunday and I come back with my ice cream bigger than she own, the girl like me, so she give me a big ice cream and it feel good, she would not get that. Back another boy.
Yeah, ladies, we had to let go some of the pettiness. You know, we can't harass the man and them for every little
that
thing.
Falling on deaf ears, eh?
Yeah, what?
Not falling on deaf ears.
And I always talk about hormones because it's a real part of women, and men who live with women have to understand that. Sometimes when you see women acting on that, you're just saying hormones, you know. It's not an excuse, but our bodies go through stuff every month. And it's not that we crazy, or it's sometimes it's hormones. Some women hormones really act up.
Good morning, Rudy. I agree with you. I am that kind of woman. If my man go into an establishment and he getting better service than me, the next time we have to go there, I will stay in the car and I will let him go and get the barbecue because you're bringing it home to the family.
Nice.
You just go the other way around too. Sometimes the woman, you know.
Nakisha, you at Fire Farmer Morning.
Yeah, it has some girls have the plug. Yeah, it has some girls have the plug.
What do you think about the women and them when they're in an argument and they're driving 100 kilometers per hour plus and they want to pull steering?
Oh, that's a serious thing. No. We have reported accidents already and death
just
involved.
Pulling steering wheel.
Pulling steering wheel. Ladies, you can't get so stupid, eh? That's a real stupid.
Good morning, breakfast.
Controlling emotion.
San Diego. See, there's another problem. When you have throw up hand syndrome like I do, and in the middle of the argument, you just say, I done and walk away, and then the next person is going to say, well, I ain't finished yet. I'm following you. That just irritates me.
Yeah. Jerry just tell me when he want to walk away, left him.
I know a lot of good brethren with the world of patience. And then they meet a girl who just like to choke you. They choke you. When he come the line, it's only stag and shot civic, you know? Because he is a cucumber. He is calm like a cucumber. But that woman here there, she a little too flary. So when he come on lime, he lime, you know? He drink shot after shot. Yeah, I cool, bro. I cool.
Happy birthday to Miss Bala from Maloney. You have a great day. And all right, it's that time.
Right now, I flary right now, yeah.
You flary?
Yeah.
Flary.
When I reach home,
Buzzera.
Now you trying to pull
my
pillow on the couch, eh?
That's it for us. Another edition of Mars vs. Venus.
Your businesses.
Yeah, I on the couch right now.
Yeah, boy. That coach getting real beat up, eh? All right.